Hey everyone, welcome to Camppatton Family Compound. It is time for the Monday night Fireside chat. And tonight's topic is one that I hadn't planned on. It's just that the last 2 days I saw a lot of stuff that was confusing, and I thought I better talk about it. That is Israel. What does it mean for us here on the normal people here in Roundabout? So I got my poop hitting the fan hat on. I activated the crew, and we're here to see what's going on. And let's go up to the top. First one in was Walt Rogers, and he posted his 10-month membership. Uncle Al came in next, and he posted the link on his community tab. So hey, follow Uncle Al's example. All right, next one was Doors G Vlog, yeah, and like number 3. And then Alicia, Autism Mom, came in, Moon over Miami, Idaho Garden Girl, and then Lori J came in, and she is a new member. So everybody, as members, give her an emoji salute. All righty, and let's see here. Everyone's talking, getting to know each other. Phelan Clan Wolf came in. He's just going to be lurking. That's if you're lurking, check in. And then don't forget to give a thumbs up as well. Alicia's saying hi to everybody. Member for 12 months. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess beat the drums of war. Not. CR is in the house. Let's see. Duncan 1900 Homestead is here. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Everybody's talking to each other. It's great. Saying hi. Caitlin Strain is in here. Chipper 66, lurk mode engaged. Yes. Tibor is in the house. And okay, that seems to be it. Caught up here. And CR says, commenting randomly. Alrighty, so I've been looking, it's been people have been talking about it a little bit, and there's been stuff popping up, and I've been looking around trying to figure out what's going on and everything else. Other than the fact that there was some sneak attacks on Israel, they lost some ground, and Israel's been beating the snot out of the area, pounding it with all sorts of munitions and stuff. And then, but I'm looking at the different mainstream media. They can't even agree on the same lie. I mean, it's like, this one's saying one thing, this one's saying something else, and they're, so far as I know, but for what does it mean? What does it mean for us? Well, normally I would say, look back at what has happened the last several times Israel has been attacked. What did it happen here in the United States? Pretty much nothing. I mean, gas prices didn't go up. There weren't food shortages. There wasn't a bunch of weird crap going on. Exactly. I would like to load up all that crap and put it out here in my garden. I'd have one heck of a garden next year. So, but being that we have seen how certain corporate entities and political people who are heavily invested in certain corporations caused mass panic back in 2020, you can probably expect some similar BS being pushed out there. Oh, we're experiencing shortages in the supply chain. There's going to be shortages on this. There's going to be shortages on that. Yeah, and of course there are demonstrations now, like the summer, like Bob likes to say, the summer of love. Hey, Star, how's it going? What's interesting, the demonstrations aren't everywhere. I haven't heard, there's none around here in eastern Idaho yet. They're probably going to ship it, bus in some people to try to stir up one, just so they can say, see, it even happens over here in Idaho Falls or Pocatello. And it's going to be, yeah, and all your guys got arrested. Hey, Shadow, how's it going? All righty. But I have a prediction. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But seeing how many members of Congress are heavily invested in the pharmaceutical companies, I bet that you're going to see pharmacy prices go up, climbing. Oh yeah, there's a shortage of stuff going on and everything else. There's been people running in to buy everything. Well, the only thing people are going to run in to buy is going to be cough drops, Sudafed, cough syrup, ibuprofen, Sudafed, Advil, pain relievers and stuff, things for colds. All right. But they're going to jack the price up on all prescription drugs, I bet. Hey, Al, how's it going? But, that's what I need to do. Oh, almost forgot. So any of you guys in here, you know who you are. Everybody that's commented so far in the side chat, come on up. I want to share the spotlight up here. We can actually discuss it like a round table up here and, just throw things out and see what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. It's weird. As different years, different winters. Sometimes I need Mucinex DM. Other years, I won't need to touch it. So it all depends what's going on and how well my vitamins are working. I've been improving my vitamins and separating out the ones that have bad crap in them and going just with good ones. Lori's at work. Okay. So, yeah, as far as I can tell, Tibor, what have you seen in your area as far as gas prices and other things? People acting stupid and running out. Oh, I got to buy all this stuff now, even though I don't need it. The only thing I need to go to store for is I need to go get some more Hebrew National hot dogs. I usually buy the four pack at Sam's at Costco, and I'm down to one pack left. Whenever the grandkids come over, they eat their way through my Hebrew National. And let's see, I need to get a gallon of milk because I killed it off this morning having breakfast. What else do I need to get? Oh, another package of cheese sticks because the grandsons love cheese sticks. First thing out of their mouth coming over. Do you have any cheese sticks, Grandpa? Next thing after they finish the cheese sticks, I want fruit snacks. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, Lori has two channels, folks. Lori J and Prairie Rider. So, check both of them out. If somebody could throw both, actually, let me see, make sure okay. Lori, you have a wrench. You can throw both of your links in there. Or if someone wants to do her a favor and throw her links in. I think everybody here is already subscribed to everybody else. Lori's been absent or, busy and stuff. So, oh, you don't upload on Prairie anymore? Okay. Yeah, so if they take down Lori J, all of a sudden you'll see her start loading stuff up on Prairie. Yeah, and the Hebrew National I get are the kosher ones, especially because they're made from the better part of the meat. I love the old Hebrew National commercial with Uncle Sam there. Yeah, the government says we can put fillers in our hot dogs. We don't. The government says we can do this. We don't. The government says we can do that. We don't. We do this, that, and at the end he goes, we answer to a higher calling. So, what? All right, Tibor. All right, here we go. Tibor said, yes. Someone else was mentioning that their gas went down a little bit. Now that I guess they're doing some areas have already completed the changeover from the summer blend to the winter blend, which is a bunch of BS. Another way to, jerk us all around for more money. Oh, I was watching last night, Demolition Man. CR, you ready for this? How many people remember Demolition Man? The radio stations. The one radio station played all the song commercials from the 70s and 80s and the 60s and stuff. Armor hot dogs, what kind of? And they're singing, they're singing along with it, and Sylvester Stallone's, just rolling his eyes. Paid. 229. Okay. See, I actually tomorrow when I go shopping, I will actually top off the truck again and fill up a couple of my 5-gallon jerry cans, because this last week I've been putting it into the truck to recycle it. So I know I fill them up, I'll have fresh stuff again for the winter. Cool. I just need to find a place that makes good tires that'll fit a Toyota Tundra with the wide friggin' rims on it. Oh, come on, Kaylin. Just because you don't buy it doesn't mean you can't, as you ride by on the bus, take a picture of the gas station you go by and say, hey, guys, look what you're having to pay. I'm not. Hey, Julie, how's it going? Yep. And don't forget the other Oscar Mayer one. Abalone has a first name. It's OSCAR. Yeah. And Corky's here. And Dustin's here. Woohoo. And oh, crap. Let me throw it back in. I forgot to, there it is. The link again. And I'm gonna pin it. So I'm going to knock Al's pinned message of posting it to. Maybe it'll take. It's probably going to take a while here. Yeah, it's not taking it. Let's try it again. Replace pinned message. There we go. So the link's now pinned up at top. So anybody wants to come up here, we can set up a nice panel. We can just talk about the stuff here, what we're seeing. Yeah, it's yeah. I got a feeling that that the longer this situation goes on over there, the more the mainstream's going to be bad mouthing Israel, because they're fighting back against the aggressors. And that's not right. They should be woke and, just let them have that stuff and, take it on the chin like a good guy. What? It's cold up there? Geez, it was, we were up in the 70s here today. However, hang on, let me take a look at this forecast here. Refresh it here for basalt. All right, so it's down to 65 degrees outside right now. And they had it down to 31 for Thursday night. Now it's up to 33. And Friday, which was 32, is up to 35. So I guess our cold snap isn't going to be snapping that cold. But we do have rain coming in tomorrow night, 60% chance. Raining Wednesday through Thursday morning before noon. Afternoon, it's going to clear up, and it's going to be starting warming up again and sunny and clear through next Monday. Okay, what did I miss here while I was looking at that channel? Still 60, and it jumped a whole bunch on me. First frost is coming soon. Yeah, we've had frost warnings, but it hasn't gotten that cold. 64 was your high today. Well, that's going to be ours for the rest of the week here. We got our high is tomorrow is down to 65, 51 on Wednesday, 51 on Thursday, 58 on Friday. Saturday is 57, Sunday 64, Monday 68. All right, Tuesday should be back up into the 70s again. Just really confuse us. Howie's in the house. Woo! And of course, if you're like Howie, the grocery store is not going to be bugging you anyways because you're growing everything. All right, where to go? Question: have you got your generators ready? Man, this chat is just jumping here. Ooh, hey, Jujubee. 40 degrees here in Virginia last night. And Tibor says his generator's always ready. Shawnee's in the house. Hey, Shawnee. Woo. And yeah, the one thing that we screwed up on, I misjudged the time frame when my wife and son were here. I thought they were going to be here one more day, and I was going to have on Friday. I was going to have them go with me to take all the propane tanks down, because some of those 100-pound propane tanks take several people to pick them up into the back of the truck once they're full. And they go, oh, no, we're leaving on Friday morning. It's like, oh, crap. Hey, Suburban Hillbilly. How's it going? 37 this morning. All right, come on. Device not connected, Courtney. All right, she's dropping it back out and trying to come back in again. And there we go. Yay! All right, now you can come up here. Someone else is up here with me already now. CR, everybody else.
Hi, Howie. I am freezing. Sorry, guys. It's so cold here already.
Oh, we were cold when my wife first got here. Oh, man, we were cold. The house was getting down. Inside the house was getting down to 61, 58. And I think about Wednesday, all of a sudden the sun came out. It stopped raining on us, and it warmed up really quick. And, well, right now, here we go. Temperature in this room is 78.
It's about 65 in here. We don't have the heat turned on yet.
Neither do I. I mean, the heat will come on when the one corner of the kitchen near the toaster gets down below 65. It'll kick on. However,
brave it out until the last.
Yeah, because that's also between the refrigerator and the chest freezer. So there's a heat off those motors, keeping that corner warm. So when the rest of the house was down to 61, 58, 59, that corner said 65 degrees. Until it dropped below 65, it would not turn on the furnace.
Yeah, Tibor said it was 30. Yeah, it was 34 this morning. I had to take Fred to school, and I was freezing, y'all. Freezing. I was not a happy camper. Yeah, but we wait till at least November 1st before we do anything. So, but if it starts to get really, really cold, we'll start a fire. But for the most part, we wait to turn on the heat. So,
yeah. Are you on propane or fuel oil?
Oil, yeah.
Oil.
But we barely go through it because we substitute with wood. So
right.
Works for me.
Oh, what I miss here? What I miss here? Suburban's loss.
It looks
did
like
I miss it?
Bins.
Oh, okay. Her cat passed away. Is that the vet? Okay. Yeah. Pets are tough.
Mm.
After my last pet died, I was early 20s.
Mm.
And that was a combination black lab golden retriever. I haven't had a pet since.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. But we have a good combination of dogs right now. So
yeah.
The little one's getting along with the other one really well.
And if it gets really cold, you can call them up on the bed, right?
Oh, the little one sleeps under the covers in the bed because she doesn't have like enough fur, so she burrows in.
My mom had a long-haired Chihuahua, which are much more mellow than a short-haired Chihuahua, much more.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad had a Papillon.
Aww.
When he got the Papillon, he'd carry it around in his shirt pocket. It was that small.
Aww, how adorable.
Yeah. And guess where they slept?
In the bed.
Mm-hmm. They'd crawl up next to him on the pillows. About 10 minutes later, down past the feet.
Aw. How cute. Yeah, I don't know what we'd do without him. And the other one, we have a standard poodle, a Smelly Ellie, and yeah, she's been so jealous of that little dog. She never sleeps with anybody. She don't like to do it. She'll come up in the bed now, wanting attention. So now we got both of them like desperate for attention. It's funny.
Yeah. True evil is hang on, committees and panels. Okay, Uncle Al's slipping in stuff, and so CR there. Yes, they are leaking out the truth. That's Uncle Al and CR. They're leaking out the truth.
Today
Smileys.
I went to even though I'm okay. I have tons of apples here, but today I went to an apple orchard and bought more apples. And tomorrow I am making apple pie with my mom, and I have my cast iron pie. I have a cast iron pie plate, whatever. So I'll be making apple pie in that tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I watched your video. I had to cut out the last couple minutes of it because I was getting ready to go live here, so I have to go back and catch it. At Scout Camp, we'd find cast iron Dutch ovens all over the place where the last troops of the year would forget to bring them back to the kitchen and just kind of leave them out there.
Oh no!
And so we finally I convinced the council there, the Mount Diablo Silverado Council. All right, you need to buy a sandblaster, just one of the small ones, and you get a bunch of bags of sand, and we would take that and we just sandblast. First, we'd soak it in vinegar, take it out, and then sandblast it And and get all nice and pretty, and immediately, as soon as we're done sandblasting it, the next person would grab it and smear it down with lard.
Yeah.
And get it all to seal it up, and they get several of them all set, and then they'd fire up the big ovens in the kitchen, and just stick about 15 of them into those big, huge monster ovens, and everybody would get out of the kitchen because it would start smoking.
Yeah.
And they'd open up the front door, back door, have the fans going, and re-season those things. Oh man, I tell you, the only time we ever had to go above and beyond, there was one that had been out there for a couple of years that had been tossed back into the woods. They found it was pitted really bad. So after we got it cleaned up, we forgot now. It's a caustic soda solution, and you put it in one side with a positive cable connection to it, and you put a piece of scrap iron steel on the other side of the tank with the negative on it, and you'd like a battery charger, you just turn it on, and it would take all the electrons from the sacrificial steel and embed them over the other one.
Nice.
We've actually they actually had it in a long time, and actually got it built up beyond what it was when it was new, and then they would go in there with a die grinder and polish it, everything, so the bottom inside was all perfectly smooth inside and everything else. And Glenn is here out of the garden.
Hey Glenn, I didn't publicly shame him. He did leave it outside, and I said I would just sand it, which it really wasn't. It wasn't, just one side of it was bad. I think that was the side that was exposed the most, and it wasn't that bad. And Uncle Al, we are cooking something from our apples, and it's in the bathroom right now, and it smells like bread in this room. Let's just say that. It's very yeasty in this room. It smells like we're cooking bread, but we can't touch it just yet. We gotta wait.
Good thing Bruce isn't here. You see the fire emojis popping up there on the side chat.
But
but as far as the main topic goes, like I said, everybody's carrying on. All the homesteading channels pretty much are carrying on. There's a couple out there that I've noticed that every now and then they'll jump on the bandwagon and throw up some clickbait stuff, and it's like, what? So what it means for what this is the Israel thing? Ain't no World War III, ain't even going to be a major war over there like with Saddam Hussein. Even it's they attacked Israel from what I can glean from the news, and now they took some area, captured some people, and now Israel's pounding the crap out of them.
Was it true that on 9/11 Brandon sent Iran a bunch of money?
I'm not sure it was on 9/11, but yeah, he sent. I'm not sure how much it was to Iran. This stupid idiot.
I don't read a whole lot of the news, but somebody said that they were really mad because Brandon sent Iran a ton of money on 9/11, and now Iran is attacking Israel, and it was just a weird coincidence. But I'm not sure. I really honestly, because of my anxiety, I try to stay away from the news, but then I also can't help but see the news all the time because it's always somewhere. So I do know a little bit.
Your number one fan's here.
Hi, Ginger. What's up, girl?
But the only thing I can see is opportunity. Some SOB opportunists jacking prices when they have no need to, thinking, "Ooh, everybody's going to panic. I can get in and raise my prices before they say freeze prices or anything."
Yeah. What exactly do we get from Israel? Like as far as goods that would be frozen?
As far as I know, Israel doesn't import much at all over here, except for maybe olive oil.
Okay.
But
actually, there's a place in Arizona that actually produces a ton of olive oil. Why do we not get a lot of our olive oil from Arizona? It's weird.
We do. But the thing is, so, the old tree orchards in Israel, there's just it's a different flavor, just like the olive tree orchards up in southern Italy.
Oh, okay.
Are a totally different flavor. Different around the Mediterranean, there's different ones have a different flavor to them. And these aren't the ones you're going to see in Costco or Sam's Club or your local grocery store. These are the ones that the what's his name, the chef that's always screaming at everybody.
Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay. Something Gordon Ramsay would buy to cook with. And Mary Beth is here, and Christy's here, and Laura's here.
Hello.
And a bunch of them just came in. Woo.
So other than, them attacking Israel doesn't really affect us much, except for the fact that they are attacking technically the Holy Land. So, if you are a Christian, that might bother you. And so, that's a factor. But for the most part, it doesn't really affect us that much here in the United States. Hello, GGB. Thank you for coming in.
Okay, and I'm just trying to, without getting into religion talk, it hits a chord with many people all over the world. Yes, it does. And I saw the stupidest little short.
Yeah, I tried not to go there either, Suburban. I didn't really want to, but
I'm going to go there a little bit on this one here. I saw the most stupidest short on a guy who has his head so far up his butt, he's got to open his mouth to see. All right, get that image. That's how far it's up there. And he was just berating Israel as all is bad and everything else. And I'm like, dude, you haven't even read the Bible, have you? First off, the Arabs and the Jews are cousins. Hello, they're cousins. B, wait a minute. Christ was king of the Jews.
He was Jewish himself.
Not just that. He literally was in the royal line. If Herod wasn't king, he would have been. His father, his earthly father, his adopted father, Joseph, was supposed to be king when Rome stuck Herod's father in there. Okay, so technically he was born into the royal household.
Hello, Laura. Is it Laura?
Most people don't realize. No, most people don't know that.
Yeah.
So there's someone saying, "Oh, yeah," it's like, yeah. You got to realize he came in at the time when the only time in history where his people were bad enough to kill their king.
It irritates me, history-wise. I understand the religion aspect of it, and that irritates me too. Like, don't attack the Holy Land. However, it really bothers me history-wise, because you know how many historical monuments throughout the years have been lost because people decided to blow them up, or
recently by a certain by a couple certain groups. One with a 4-letter acronym on it, and the other one.
I didn't know if I should. I didn't want to say it, but yes.
And the other one that sounds like they are supposed to be a rock and roll group.
Yes.
The band.
Hey, David. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, David. Oh, wait, hang on. It's CB at Hugo Homestead.
Hopefully you didn't have your Ear thingies in. Gosh, I can't think tonight. I don't know if I didn't get enough nutrition today or what, but I can't think. I couldn't remember what it was called, seasoning my pan earlier. Like, I couldn't remember what that was called. I'm just not in good shape. My brain is mush. Sorry, guys. Your ear thingies. That's what I'm going to call them. But yeah, it just hurts me. Like, we watch a lot of historical shows. I love Discovery. I watch a lot of cool stuff, and a lot of things have been destroyed historically from those types of groups. And not just specifically that. I mean, just over the period of time. I mean, during World War II, during World War I, you know, a lot of ancient relics and stuff were stolen and taken and, you know, and blown up, and
here's one for you.
Never know. And
here's one for you that most people don't know about. The Sphinx in Egypt, its nose is broken. That wasn't from weather or anything else. That was from Napoleon's army.
Yeah, they shot.
Taking target practice at it.
Hey, Prairie Rider, you were in here earlier.
Yep, she was in here as Lori J.
Thanks for coming in again. I've missed you. Where have you been, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, honestly, this is how I think of it. Israel has some really amazing troops, soldiers.
Yeah.
I just think they're kind of badass. So let's pray for Israel, and hopefully all is good. And honestly, they've been in so many scuffles throughout the years. I'm just calling them scuffles, but they have been through so many scuffles throughout the years that, and they always pull through. So let's pray for Israel and hope everything works out in their favor.
They were, I'm not sure if Mossad had their pants on the floor during this or not, but or whether there's something like how he says something behind it. It came in too easily, and whether or not all of a sudden it's going to be, we're taking it back, and they're going to take, we're going to take another 10 miles. Yeah. But
Christy, I really hope that we aren't. I don't even want to think about that because it freaks me out. But yeah, let's just hope that we can just like keep the peace. I mean, there's just really no reason to go into like other countries and start creating issues. I mean, this day and age, I mean, can't you just like negotiate? Okay, you have something I want. Okay, well, I might have something you want. Can we trade and see, you know, where this is going to go? And like, maybe, I don't know, have a peaceful conversation and not try to just force our way in and take over. I mean, what? Yeah. I mean, it gets so old. I'm tired of hearing about it with the southern border. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, according to what Tibor said, but the thing is, Tibor, if you go back, before Palestine owned it, the Jews were there. And then while the Jews were in Egypt, other groups moved in, because before the Jews went to Egypt, when, Joseph and the coat of many colors, and, before that, they were in that area. That was their, where all their, they had that area. And so when they left, when they left to be with Joseph during the 7 years of famine and 7 years of plenty and all that other stuff, and stayed and got, made into slaves in Egypt there after that one Pharaoh was gone. But when they came back, they took the land back, and then they got hauled out of there by Babylon. Hauled out the 10 tribes out, and then the others got hauled out, by Roman stuff and scattered all over the place. And so, and then when they got hauled out, then the Palestinians, we're going to move in here. The Arabs all moved in, and So yeah, that land's been going back and forth and back and forth.
There's something David Lynn said. He said, with the southern border wide open, where do you think that they will attack next? Now, honestly, I really don't think here. We are, unless it's a sneak attack, or something like that. We are one badass country. Every citizen has a weapon. We have the Second Amendment. There are countries that are terrified of that.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that kept Japanese soldiers from invading this country. So we have to think a little more positive about our country and the citizens that live here. And I do not think that something horrible like that would happen. I think we're a little tougher than that. But that's just my opinion. So. Hello, Idaho. Thanks for coming in. And Wendy, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, I was just going back up and checking some of these things. Yeah.
Who else was it? Suburban. She was saying that it happened before 9/11 because of the current administration election here coming up.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps claiming martial law, but I really don't think that's not.
All the ones that are claiming martial law don't know what martial law is in the United States. Martial law is when the local, city, county, state law enforcement cannot enforce law and they need help. And they will call on either the National Guard troops of the state or for federal aid to enforce martial law till they get it back under control. It's only for when local law enforcement cannot do it. The government can't say, oh, we're declaring martial law and we're taking over everything. No, that's not how martial law works.
Yeah. I would like to not point out any specific political party, just for the fact that there are some Democrats out there that still believe in the Second Amendment and still believe in the Constitution of the United States. There are extreme leftists who don't, and that is the problem. And I don't want to point out any particular, because I don't want to insult anybody, but yeah. We do have to all come together as one and realize what is really going on here. Yeah. That
was one of the things. I can't remember which of the Japanese generals was pushing hard against even attacking Pearl Harbor. He goes, "We will wake a sleeping giant." And when that giant rumbled to life, it was like, "Told you so. We've lost. We need to sue for peace as soon as possible. We made a strike. We make our demands. We sue for peace." And we back off. And, the emperor wouldn't do that, neither would all his generals.
No, I don't know about that, CR. I don't think I could really do that.
Corky Prez.
Put the world on hold. My son is going to school, and I won't be available 4 days a week.
Yeah. Well, it's like I've said before. There are basically 4 political groups in the United States. There is the Republicans, the Democrats. Then there are the Robucans, which are professional politicians on the right side of the fence. And then there's the Demon Rats, which are professional politicians on the left side of the fence.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of those last 2 parties. Basically, term limits, outlaw, what's with the guys in Washington that are there trying to bribe everybody? Having a brain fart here.
The socialists. There are people. This is what irritates me a little bit, and I'm not going on a rant, because this is not my channel. But what irritates me the most is there are people who literally are in the Democratic Party who don't realize that they're doing everything socialist. It's therefore they are no longer Democrat. They are socialist. Yeah. And it kind of irritates me just a smidge. I have
Oh, there we go. There we go.
specific
Yeah,
relatives.
lobbyists. Yes, we need to outlaw lobbyists. And any person there trying to lobby on behalf of a corporate entity needs to be arrested, have their rights taken away, and thrown in jail for 30 years. No chance of parole.
Well, respect, yes, has complete. Have you noticed? Have you guys? You probably do on an everyday basis if you're out there driving, but people are just angry. People are angry. It's just a completely different world out there. No one talks to each other. Because of the Red Dragon, I think the Red Dragon made it worse. Yeah. But nobody talks to each other. Nobody has social interaction. I go and I pick up my son from school and I stand there with the other parents and not one of them like looks at me or nothing. And it's not because I'm dressed weird or have boogers. They just don't even, look at me. There is no socialization at all. It's really, really sad, guys. Yes, and I'm so sorry, you guys up there in Canada. I'm praying for you all the time. Like, you guys had several wake-up calls in the past few years for sure. No, they're not even glued to the phone. No, they just don't socially interact. I grew up completely different. I'm a pretty outgoing person, and I just it's just horrible.
All right, we have a good side chat going on here in a different one. I'm scrolling back up. Yeah. I'm just trying to, okay, so we got Shawnee talking to Gear. If there's a sale, you need to take a look at it. And then it goes on down here. I don't need encouragement. November 1st, MI Gardner starts to sale on seeds. So we got a seed chat going on the side here, folks.
Ooh, seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too, Mary Beth. The other day, a woman come out of her car and she clearly had knee surgery and she was like on one of those cart things because she couldn't walk. She was like kind of pushing herself. And I asked her, I said, do you need any help? She was trying to get out of her car and get onto the cart thing. It was like one of those, it almost looked like a scooter, but it was for her knee, Yeah. And she's like, no, I don't need any help, like freaking out. Like how dare you ask me? I don't know. I'm always one of those people. Like if I see an old person and they have like 100,000 groceries, like I'll help them put it in their car or get them a cart or something like that. But anymore, like nobody likes that. They all act very weird, very strange.
Hey, Wendy. Looking for a tomato variety. She lost.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a few tomato. Oh yeah, I already read that. Sorry. I'm a little behind. Yeah, people are scared. People are scared.
Yeah.
It sucks because I'm not scared. I'm one of those people like, come at me, bro. I'm not scared at all. Ask them elderly, would you like help with the heavy stuff? Then put it all in for them anyhow. Yeah. I have a really soft spot for elderly people. I grew up with my grandparents. My grandparents lived next door my entire life. So I just have a really soft spot. And actually, that's probably how somebody could kidnap me, is if there was an old person in danger. That's probably how somebody could kidnap me. But seriously, I just have a really soft spot for old people. And it just bothers me if I see somebody needing help.
Okay. Other piece of information here. Let me refresh that on the side. Okay, so Camppatton Family Compound is 3 away from hitting 4,300. So once I hit 4,300 subscribers and keep it for a week, because you know what's going to happen the second I hit 4,300. But once I have it for a week, then I will do a giveaway. I'm going to give away several $5 Amazon gift cards for people in the chat that night. And I'm going to give away 2 $43 Amazon gift cards to channel members. So
nice.
And so sometime in the next week or two here is when that giveaway should be. And then on the other side, hang on, let me look at the other one here.
Tibor, if you plan on kidnapping me in the future, he said, let's see, rope, tape, old person.
Don't forget the popsicles. Don't forget the popsicles. You can just dangle those and they'll.
Hey, Ungrateful. What's up? Long time no see.
Hey, Wayne, how's it going? All right. Let me go in here. Analytics. Take a look at analytics. Okay, so right now, okay, it actually let's see here. Did they? Okay, so now, well, I did pick. So I am from 1,400 subscribers. I need 8 more now for gray man prepping.
Care. He said a box of wine in the trunk, some candy jars should work. Oh, Sarah Boss, what's up, girl? Thanks for coming in. Oh my gosh, you were
Hey, Sarah.
Right, Gear.
Gear. You don't need to put canning jars. Just throw in a couple packages of canning lids.
Yeah.
Oh. Now that's it. That's something. A question I wanted to ask. I totally forgot about it till now. Has anybody seen any quote shortages in canning stuff this fall?
Actually, no. And I think it's quite the opposite. During the Red Dragon, people went crazy.
Oh,
now people are going less and less and less. And I'm seeing canning supplies on sale on Facebook. I'm seeing it everywhere. Well, shoot, that's only like 4 or 5 bullets.
Unless you happen to have that nice H&R 9-shot 22 Magnum revolver, that you can load that thing up several times.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen shortages either. But then again, I have so much because of the Red Dragon too, and me stocking up. I haven't really even been looking because I have it. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Wayne. Oh, jump there. There we go. Go driving down to Georgia tomorrow. All right, cool. But yeah, it's like, right now, since the big project is done, including more stuff which I was talked about, I got those extra angles. Kind of froze there. I got the final angle brackets on the outside, decorative ones, all installed. I got another light cord put up. I have some switches coming to put in there, so I can put the third light and have them all on separate switches outside.
If you guys haven't seen that video of his yet, you need to go over and check it out because he built this really cool, like, it's like a porch, but it's really its purpose is to block the snow coming in, right?
Yeah.
To keep the snow from coming.
Keep the snow off the side of the house.
But it's beautiful, and if his wife, and I already see hooks up there for hanging baskets. Is there hooks up there for hanging baskets? Was I
Not
right?
yet. Next time she comes up and she wants to hang baskets, she will decide where she wants the hooks.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I saw some hooks. I'm like, oh my god! I told
there is one hook, but that's for the grandson's little floating tent thing.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's really beautiful, guys. You should check it out. It's really cool.
Let's trip Tennessee. My stepdad wanted me to take one again. I went. 1,000 jars. Hey, 1,000 jars. That's a year's worth of food.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna have go through more than one jar a day because you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner to go through.
Somebody on Facebook had a ton of old jars, tons of them, and we were like, I thought they were giving them away because they were older jars. I was like, oh, Dustin, I'm like, you need to really jump on that. Well, I don't care where it is. I'll drive an hour to pick that up, you know? And he goes and he's like, it said, make me an offer. And I was like, oh, because they were older jars, but they had never been used. It's like they had probably went through their grandmother's basement or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the lately for the last couple of years, my wife's been buying, you know, jars and stuff when they're at it. She has the prices written down. When it gets down, oh, okay, this is a good price to buy at. Unfortunately, the one she's buying, I told her stop buying, is ball. Because
yes. And your lids will be coming to you soon. And I'm so sorry that I haven't sent them yet, but I had to wait for my money. So
so it's like, you know, get the Kerr ones, and because they're experiencing less problems. But I told her keep an eye out for anybody giving them away at garage sales, estate sales, whatever, or people that someone pass away. We need to get rid of all these jars. Jump on it.
Right. And we have a small town. Sarah Boss probably knows this if she's listening, but we have a small town about an hour south called Rogers, and they have a giant flea market there. And before all this Red Dragon stuff hit, we were into canning anyway. So we went down there and we were looking for jars and whatnot. I got like 2 cases of Atlas jars, the square bottom jars, for like $10 a box. And I had so many. It was unbelievable. And I still use them. They're amazing jars. Yep. And I probably couldn't find a deal like that now. But
yeah, she knows it.
Yeah, that place, I love going there. They're only open, well, we can only go on Fridays. But yeah, the place is just amazing. It's the biggest flea market around this area. So
so I started saying, now that the structure's done, I'm starting to work inside the shop, because I want to get, since I'm not stocking firewood in the one area, I'm going to clean it all out. I'm going to insulate that whole area, ceiling, both, part of it's already insulated, but I'm going to insulate the rest of it and put, and skin it with more OSB, oriented strand board, for those that don't know that, and set it up so that can be food storage in the very back. So we're going to come out, like 12 feet or so, put a wall in with a door in there, and that'll be food storage in there. We'll put a small heat exchange unit in there that runs off a 12-volt solar, and that way it'll maintain temperature summer and winter at the right temperature in that area, that room in there, and it'll be solar power, so there's no buying the monthly bill on that. But we're gonna, once that's done, I'm going to continue on, try to get the entire shop insulated. And then once the entire shop's insulated, then our plan is to run the gas line from the house out to the shop and put a shop heater out there.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
That way we keep the temperature above 50 degrees when it's minus 20 degrees outside.
That's great. Sarah Boss, you're completely right. That's one thing I like about that flea market is it's tri-state. So we live really close to the border of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio right there. Everything. So people that come to that flea market, you kind of get the taste of all 3 states all in one. It's really awesome flea market. Ohio stores are stocked up on canners and there's tons of stuff on the shelves.
Yeah.
We went to Walmart just the other day, and we always look. I'm not buying because I already have a ton, but yeah, and I definitely don't need lids or anything like that. So, but yeah, they always have tons of stuff on the shelves.
Got to check something out here. I forgot to look at it when my wife was here. Dummy me.
That's awesome. Yeah, one day I would like to take my paintings or something down there. It's a lot of work to do that. And we used to do the flea market circuit. And I used to go to Hartville and stuff like that, but I don't know. Maybe someday. I must hit the sack now. Good night. Oh, thank you, Julie Evans, for coming in. Long time no see.
All right, Julie, take care. All right, here's something. Here we go. So, all right, it's $700 for the 41 quart one, but it's no longer $899 like it was in August of 2020. Looking at the All Americans, but my wife, we got 3 21 quart canners now, 1 Presto, 2 All Americans. So she says, no. I go, well, what about the half-gallon jars? And she goes, only if you can find the pressure canner that is cheap enough that'll hold them. Unfortunately, that's the 25, the 30, the 25, or the 41. Those are the tall ones for the handle the half-gallon jars easily. Or we'll just have to do like my mom did with her half-gallon jars. She water bath pairs. So, but so the price isn't really dropping that much.
No, but it's way cheaper than what it was.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't really want the $600 or the $700 All American anyway. Unless I'm canning outside.
Yeah.
It won't fit on my stove with the hood rate. It won't fit. It's huge.
Yeah.
So I don't really need that. Like
December 2019, I think it was about December 10th or so. It was on Amazon when I added it to my wish list. I almost went ahead and bought it. $189.
Oh.
Yes.
What a steal.
Oh man, I should have bought it then. I wish if I'd gone ahead and bought it and my wife had chewed me out, 2 months later, she'd been apologizing.
Yeah.
Not that I want to make her apologize. It's just that, it's like, yes, we got it.
Yeah. All American has a whole collection now of colored canners. So I'm waiting for my yellow canner to match my kitchen. So they have yellow, gray, black, and like a turquoise blue and an orange, I think. It's gorgeous, guys. And you can get them engraved with your logo on them.
I'm not sure who's going to jump in here, but our Treasured Homestead just put out a post about tonight's live stream.
Oh, nice.
So they may be in here and just be lurking, but cool.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a steam clean canner. I think that was like the one that was $1,000 on there.
Hang on, let me reopen that tab. That was the electric one.
Hey Nate,
where is it here? Back up to it. Yeah, okay, here we go. The $1,000 one here is the All American 41.5 quart electric sterilizer. All right, it's not a pressure canner. They say do not use for canning.
Hey Josh. Yeah, Ginger, that's right. I need a purple one just because. I told my husband, I said, if I get a yellow one, it just might be one of those things that just stays on the stove all the time.
Hey Josh.
Got to paint your kitchen every time you want another canner. Yeah, see? It's about style, guys. Style.
Yeah. It's like my mom's 21 quart canner. I think she may have pressure canned once in it, but it's a pressure canner cooker. So, but I know she's cooked a lot in it because there's the discoloration on the inside from cooking stuff with tomatoes in it. Nice. So, Oh, not necessarily the emerald green. I remember the avocado green from the 70s.
That was very popular.
Very popular.
Growing up, I had avocado green and yellow shag carpet in my bedroom. And my parents had the whole avocado green refrigerator and stove.
We had one with the oven up above that had a broiler in it, and the oven down below with a broiler in it, and the 4 burners in between stuff. The one up above got the most use because we'd come home from school and we would take get out the bread, butter it up, sprinkle garlic on it, and toss it up there in the broil. And the shelf never changed. It was right up there. We just slide the tray of bread in there and make garlic bread.
Hey, checked off. Why do you can over buying cans? Well, one, I can, and it is expensive to can, guys. To get your stuff together, it is expensive. However, I can because then I know what's in my own food. I grow my food and I can it. So I know what is in there. And it's quality then. But yeah, resiliency too. You can can something and it can last a very, very, very long time.
Yeah. I mean, all right, give you an example. We moved there. So in 72, summer of 72, my mom canned in half-gallon jars and quart jars about 20 flats of pears.
Wow.
All right. In 85, we found a couple of the cases that, and we finally got moved into their new house, found several cases of the half-gallon jars of pears looking exactly like they did when she canned them. No browning, no nothing. They were beautiful. And then we found 3 or 4 cases of the quarts. It took us another couple of years to work our way through those. That was how old? You're looking at, by the time we got done with it, some of those were, almost 20 years old.
Yeah.
By the time we got done eating everything. And it was just absolutely, they're still as good as the day they were canned. Hey, Geeky Gardens.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I don't know. I just like to I like to can. Yeah, short answer, because she can. I can. My mom, this is freaking hilarious, guys. Growing up, my mom had a black pleather couch and the carpet was red and black shag. Yeah, with paneling. We had paneled walls. I mean, it was just booming back then. Couldn't believe it.
Sarah, I was a sophomore in 72 because I graduated in 75. Another canning joke.
Oh, Lord. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, and it's just, my wife and I have come to the conclusion, and this is ballpark numbers, we want to have at least 2,000 jars. That includes the half pints, quarts, and the half gallons, because 3 meals a day. So that's 3 jars. So that's 1,000 jars. That's over 1,000 jars for 1 year. We want to have a couple of years of stuff that we've canned ourselves put away.
Right. Right now, my goal right now, especially with my garden, is to take just one vegetable. If I canned one vegetable and I made a meal with that, that makes me happy. That saves me money. Because, okay, say for instance, I made a meal and I canned a ton of green beans this last summer, and I had green beans on the side. That saves me a ton of money. So all I had to provide that meal was a hamburger and something and green beans or whatever, meatloaf and green beans, or and so that helps us out a lot. We end up saving money. So
did you see Thor's video today?
I didn't see it. No.
On the shelves, he's got shelves built, and had it all stacked. He's doing a tour of it, and he showed up in one corner. He goes, and those are the green beans from 2 years ago when we had a really good harvest. We had green beans coming out of our ears, but we still canned a bunch. And this year we had squat.
Yeah, this year though, for us, I had green beans coming out my ears. I have green beans out there right now that I haven't picked because I had way too much. That was a joke. That joke was jarring. Well, thank you, Checked Off.
CR is going at he and CR are now. I'm just looking at it. No pressure to be funny.
Checked Off. I don't know how many calories would be. I don't know. You would have to do some research and figure it out. Mainly the things that I can are vegetables, tomato juice, stuff like that. And that doesn't hardly have any calories in it because I don't add sugar in my juices or my sauces. I wait until I'm cooking them. So I know exactly what goes in it. So it would just vary, I guess.
Yeah. My wife is experimenting going lower and lower sugar for the fruits. And it's like the last batch of apricots she did was some super low sugar apricots. I almost sat there with a spoon and ate it out of the jar.
Yum.
Because it was jam, but it was low sugar, and so it was almost like pulling one off the tree. Not too sweet, not too tart, just not. It's like, and it's just like wow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, not this year, not last year, the year before. We had so many apples. I had like 20 jars of apple butter and a ton of jars of applesauce. And I just gave away a jar of applesauce to my mom. I said, well, this is from our apples from a couple years ago. But I'm like, I'm pre-warning you, there's hardly any sugar in that applesauce. So when, you might have to add sugar to taste because I didn't can with a ton of it. I used like half of what it provided because I didn't want it to be overpowering. Plus, my son eats it a lot. So I'm like, he doesn't need the sugar. Yeah. So.
Exactly. Checked off. It's, when you home canned food is so much better than, and even some people they will find stuff on sale, like chicken on sale, and they'll buy chicken and they'll can it. I forget who it was saying, don't do that though with the tomatoes from the store because they are picked green and they're sprayed with stuff to make them ripe in shipping. Well, because they're picked green, they don't get rid of it begins with an L that's in them. Where if they ripen on the vine till they turn red, a lot of the lectins or whatever it is goes back into the plant out of the tomato.
Yeah, it's a tomato hormone that makes it ripe. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And whatever it is goes back into the plant once the tomato is ripe, and it's so much healthier than a store-bought one that looks. Oh, this looks so much bigger and nice, but it was picked green, and it has all that crap, all the hormones and stuff still in it that the vine ripened one doesn't.
Yeah, and I still have tomatoes out there, by the way. It was 32 something degrees yesterday, almost 34 degrees last night, and my tomatoes are still out there, still producing.
Yeah, so are mine. Mine are out there too. And we've had several nights down to 35 degrees already. Several nights worth. And in cold rain too, they're just chugging along and just ripening quickly. And the cherry tomato, I mean, the thing probably has about 300 green tomatoes that have gone on, that have popped up here in the last 2 weeks on it. And it's like, dang, I thought this thing was dead and done when I put it in the ground. I thought it was just going to go a little bit longer, but that's what happened when you take it out of a 5-gallon bucket, even though it's got all the nutrients in there, and put it in where its roots can really go.
Yeah. Huh.
Store.
Tomatoes taste like green garden tomatoes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, and as you can see by the way how the conversation went, there wasn't much to talk about as far as what going on over there in the Middle East is going to affect us, other than possibly gas going up. I still think pharmaceuticals are going to jump up because they're going to say, "Oh, there's a shortage." Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong on that one.
Me too.
And I can just see mainstream media fabricating change supplies and shortages, and making people act like idiots to go out there and buy stuff they really don't need.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't have food in their house, 3 months worth of food, yeah, go buy you 3 months worth of food. You're going to need it.
Yeah. I have yet to see somebody fight over toilet paper, but if I did, I would totally take out my phone and videotape it or video it because it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that up here at all. My wife hadn't seen it. My son works at Walmart. He gets off at 7 o'clock in the morning, and the store opens at 6. So the store is open for an hour before he gets off.
Wow.
And he hasn't seen any of that insanity. He said the worst insanity they had there was when someone left the door to the garden center open at night, and a couple squirrels got in the store. So they were running around trying to catch herd the squirrels back outside. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Yes, nuts. Wow. Let's see here. So from me, you can expect here maybe in the next couple of weeks, if I remember to set the camera up there, me cleaning up the shop, trying to organize it, and probably after another 9 days, I'm going to order the bundle of OSB from Home Depot and get it delivered, because the roll-up doors are 10 foot wide. It's 8 foot wide. The guy can drive the forklift right into the garage and drop it.
You're going to order a whole bundle?
Yep.
Wow.
Because it's going to take to do the entire inside of the shop, which is 40 by 40, 10 foot high walls. It's going to take all that and maybe a little bit more.
Wow.
But I get a good price break on buying it.
Yeah, where you get Lowe's?
Home Depot.
Oh,
Lowe's
Home
has
Depot.
the same thing. Right now, the Lowe's and Home Depot here in Idaho Falls, they're pennies apart.
I know, like you would get like at Lowe's, like if you ordered that much, you would get free delivery, obviously, and then you would get a discount from buying in bulk. But a whole bundle of I don't even know how much a whole bundle of OSB would be right now. Probably thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I've got it up here. So the 7/16 OSB is $18.70 a sheet. If I buy 68 or more, it's $16.83. If I go with a little bit thicker, the 15/32, it's $19.30. So it's 60 cents more per sheet. Or if I buy 70 or more, it's $17.37, which is 49 cents. My mind's not working up, but yeah. So it's it's really good. They got them both in stock. The 7/16, 1,871 in stock in Idaho Falls. The thicker one, 306 in stock in Idaho Falls. Yeah, so I'm looking pretty good on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you're not going to get somebody unless a drywall crew or if somebody's building something comes in and takes them all. That's really rare. So
yeah, and then once I get the ceiling up, because I'm going to put the ceiling up first, then I'm buying the blow-in insulation, the 25-pound bags I'll be buying at more. If I buy 30 or more, it's $11.46 a bag.
Of what?
The blow-in cellulose brown insulated,
Oh, are you getting the green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Sound Thermal Fire.
Are you running the machine there too?
Yeah, I'll be renting the machine from Home Depot.
Yeah. I specifically used to work, and when I worked at Home Depot, I worked in lumber, and they would always make me put away those bags of insulation, which the double bags are like as tall as I am. So I used to stack them all up and then like run and jump on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cellulose stuff is really awesome. How they do it. If you just feed it in the machine and you just blow it in, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess I'll make sure that they have the hose long enough to reach up to get up to it. But so once I have the entire roof in, or at least half of it in on the one side, I'll just go up there and put it in there a foot or so thick up there, and then I will once I get the other half, then I can go up and get the other half done. But that alone will keep that shop so without even doing the walls, getting that, because it's basically it's 10 feet.
Do you have a wood burner in there? No. Oh.
No. There's one sitting in there, but it's not hooked up. It's the old one from the house.
Oh.
10-foot ceilings, and then it's peaked from 10 foot up to the peak. And so you can walk up on. He put some boards up on top, and you can walk up there standing upright. So you're looking at 16 feet, 17 feet to the peak, and then that roof has 3/8 OSB with metal roofing on top of it. So there ain't much there's no insulation factor up there at all.
Yeah, no.
So once I, and that's one thing I will try to do is run the video camera while I'm blowing in the insulation, because that's going to be funny.
Yeah, I want to see that too. That's cool.
And once I can get that insulated and stuff, the shop will be a lot warmer. Well, the doors, the roll-up doors on the shop have like it's flat, but it has a little about 1.5 inch channel across the bottom and the top for strength, and that's where the hinges are. So I can take some 1-inch insulation and spray adhesive on the door and
then glue it on. Yeah.
And the styrofoam insulation, just stick it on there, and then I can go around the edge with the
great stuff.
The big gap stuff, and just go around it, and which will keep it that much more warmer.
Yeah, for sure, because that's where most of your cold air is going to probably come in.
Yeah. So if I can get that thing totally insulated this winter, next year, depending on what my son wants to do, he may wind up moving up here if he gets enough overtime and stuff and saves enough money. But he may not, because he wants to try to save enough money down there where he can.
Would he be moving into you or getting his own place?
Both. He wants to move in and build across the street.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so he wants to have the money in hand to build before he comes up here.
Yeah, is he just going to put like a double wide, or no? He's actually going to build. Wow.
Basement, and so the basement's going to be it's going to be what we call a three-quarter basement here. So it's like if you're 8-foot ceiling on the basement, that means that 5.5 feet of it is below ground. So
wow, you will have your entire family literally there. It'll be awesome.
Still working on trying to get 2 of my nephews to come up here and visit during the summer to look at what's around here, because they're afraid to do it, because they know if they do, they're going to say, all right, how can we move up here?
Yeah.
And the one's got a job. He went into as an inspector for what's called East Bay Municipal Utility District, which covers San Francisco, the whole peninsula down to San Jose, up through Oakland, and it's huge. It's a multi-jurisdictional agency for utilities. They cover water, sewer, and drainage, and all sorts of stuff. And so he got on as an inspector with them, which is hard to do because he was a superintendent for Mountain Cascade underground construction. And they said, ooh, we got someone who actually works it.
Yeah.
They get these guys from college applying, I got all these degrees and stuff. And they're like, oh, here's the guy, no degrees, but he's been doing it for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
He knows the regs already.
Knows what he's doing. He don't need a degree to back that up. Like,
yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. And so he just got on there, and I think he wants to give it at least 5 years before he quits, because the public employee retirement system, he doesn't pay into Social Security. He pays into CalPERS.
Yeah.
PERS. And when he retires, he can pull it all out.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Tax free, because it's taxed before it goes in.
Nice.
So he can pull it all out tax free and reinvest it, into a Roth IRA or whatever he wants to. And so I have a feeling that's what Joseph wants to do.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah. As far as canning goes stuff, it's like, oh, I did something cool to the garden though today. In my cleaning up outside and everything. I'd done some videos back in this last winter where I was taking the ash from the wood stove out and dumping it into one of the IBC totes that had a bunch of snow in it. And so of course it would melt down in, and basically that stuff had congealed and stuff. So basically it was all biochar.
Nice.
And so I was out there with a shovel just broadcasting it over the new garden area.
Nice.
So I got that cleaned out, and so that's where those boysenberry plants that my wife brought up that are in the 5-gallon buckets, they're going to sit inside of that in the shop this winter. That way they won't freeze too hard, and they'll be ready to plant in the ground next spring.
Great.
Yeah. A friend of mine, Sam Brown, which is kind of funny because he's a deputy sheriff, and Sam Brown is the name of the belt they wear. Yeah. He had, he was working a lot of overtime because he was a deputy sheriff, but he actually before he became a deputy sheriff, there were two organizations. There was the deputy sheriffs and the deputy marshals. The marshals were in charge of the courthouse. And so the Richmond courthouse where he worked was the last courthouse to change over to the sheriff's department. And they called their break room the Alamo, the last stand.
That's funny.
But as they were he would work horrendous overtime. But it's standing around watching everybody, escorting prisoners in and out.
Yeah. Really
hard work. I gave him a bad time about it. But when he retired, his was all in CalPERS, and he pulled it all out and invested it into several properties. So he had rental properties paid for.
Wow.
And that was before everything went.
Yeah. Hello, Rebel. I'm sorry the boys woke you up. That sucks.
Hey, Tammy. Yeah. Oh, let's see what sort of reaction I get out Tammy with this one here. Let me get it up here. There we go. Look what we were looking at, Tammy. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, guys. Surprise.
Surprise. Yeah, we were talking canners earlier, Tammy. Oh.
I was just going through all my stuff here. It's freaking nuts. I'm
I got
trying to get all seeds out and all this stuff out, and I'm like, I'm backed up. Now I'm like, where the heck is this? This is supposed to be given out 3 weeks ago. Yeah, a little behind.
Yeah.
So your seed giveaway over on Facebook. I
heard.
I can only enter for one channel because it's
going okay. I had somebody go on my community page.
Oh.
And posted a survey about rape victims or something like that. And I have no idea how they did it. So I got to investigate that. So, and I'll figure it out who it is.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, a lot of people. Courtney's the first person that saw it. So
I didn't even see it. My husband's like, "What's this?" and showed me, and I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "I think Joe needs to know about this." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, I didn't know where it was. That's why when I texted you, I'm like, "Did you see that?" And then I made Dustin send me the screenshot. So, I couldn't.
Because that's not, if it's not me, you kind of, I try to do everything professionally. Well, at least when I write it down. On here, who knows what I could do? I'm just kidding. Go.
Kaylin said she didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't see that other spam one either. That other clickbait one either. They were gone, but or at least it never made it up onto mine.
There you go. I'm backwards poop.
Oh, good Lord.
Hey, he's heading into the Kaibo.
Is that how you're going to be is that what you're going to be for Halloween?
That's what I was last year.
Oh.
Who knows what I could be this year?
Did you see? Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Somebody took some tooling or something from the fabric store, gray and white or whatever, and wrapped their kid up in it. And their kid went as a fart for Halloween. It was so cute. It was the cutest thing I ever saw. But that tooling kind of sticks out, so it looks like a cloud, and they mixed in some gray. And I was like, oh my gosh, their kid went as a fart. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And their parents are fart smellers.
Well, at least you didn't use some brown tooling.
Then you'd be going as poop.
No, that'd be going as a wet fart.
Oh, as a wet fart?
So you guys been talking about it, Israel and everything, what's going on over there?
Yeah, I mean, it was how's it going to affect us? And Tibor said the price of gas actually dropped this week.
Yes,
this weekend.
Yeah.
And so, back when it first happened, there were some channels yelling, "Oh, gas is going to double. This is going to happen. That's going to happen." And other than the areas where there are some protesters out there trying to protest, and then of course you got the Anti's boys in there trying to stir it up, trying to take over the protest and stir everybody up. As far as I can tell, it's hard to follow what's going on because all the mainstream media can't get on the same lie. They're all telling different lies.
Yeah.
What was interesting seeing Yahoo come up with an article from a White House correspondent that, people of the party, the Democratic Party, is split on who to support, the Israel or Palestinians. And I'm like, what? Because you see all these things going around parades and everything, which is insane.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's like, wait a minute. You have the aggressor who came in and attacked, and who attacked an ally of ours. We should be supporting our ally.
Am I frozen?
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. I was frozen for a second. Yeah. It just
Tammy posted the reason. Gas won't go up until after the elections.
After. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So everybody warn your neighbor, hey, gas isn't going up right now, but come November 9th, look out.
Yep.
It's amazing how that happens in every single election. It's crazy. That means I can still Uber.
Yeah. We'll still be door dashing.
It goes to that $4 mark around Jersey. I'm like, oh, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Keep doing the things. Rinse and repeat.
I don't know, but DoorDash better get a light in their butt, because I'm not going to be doing an order that's a $2 drink 9 miles away.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
tell you that. I'll be declining that every time. I'm like, with gas being it was $3.14 a gallon, you expect me to take a $2 drink 9 miles away? I don't think so.
Yeah, some of these, I've been doing a lot of that lately. A 15-minute ride. If you have a high enough rating, it tells you how many minutes the ride is. I'm like, I'm not driving 15 minutes for a 4-minute ride, you know?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Hey, Gil, I tried this hot sauce today.
Ooh.
It's called Indian Summer.
Ooh.
It's by Jersey Barnfire.
Mm-hmm.
And look how much I had so far of it.
Hey.
It's Scotch bonnet peppers and a whole bunch of other mangoes and a whole bunch of stuff. It's so good. This is like,
Caitlin, I thought there was too, but there's not. They definitely need to have a $10 minimum. Oh, you're just drinking it?
it's so good.
Yeah,
I had a lot on pierogies today. Oh, and I got all this stuff in pucker butt too.
Nice.
I didn't even realize this came in.
Yeah, Geeky Gardens, you're going to have to fill up before November.
Nice.
That's smoking heads. Okay, I'm getting out of the conversation. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, it has gone, you know, and we only were talking about that
Dude, this is
total
what's so
for
far
about 20 minutes
Right.
total for the whole thing.
We were talking about Israel and then went straight to canning, and we were talking about canners. So
Yeah, canners, jars.
it's been
Thor's video today on his new storage room shelves and stuff.
I didn't see a video, but I saw pictures because he's been posting a lot online.
Yeah, but yeah. I think I was first on that video. I just happened to come in here to check email and it popped up. Okay, bing. That's what happened with your registration video. It came back in here, it popped up. It's like first.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah, I hit first from CFC, then went over here. First from or second from Gray Man Prepping.
I got to do a whole new wheel for next week.
Oh no.
So each week it's like, okay, start over from all from the beginning. So it's fun. It's good. It's all good. Only if I don't screw it up like I did the other day.
All right, how do you pull your channel members? Do you use the Excel spreadsheet, sort it, and then double them up for the different, levels?
No. Well, I didn't do it on the spreadsheet. I just put them on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And I just went through the 3 categories. Then this person goes on once, this person goes on twice, this person goes on 3 times. Just that simple.
Yeah, because what I do is I just export it from there, and I just paste my channel members here, and then the ones that are from the Gray Man one, I'll sort separately, and I'll copy them down a second time, so they get 2 choices. They're on my wheel twice for Gray Man. So I do the members, and then I'll sort out the Gray Man members for a second group. And I do that really quick.
Yeah, it's very easy. It looks like very, very simple.
Yeah, because it exports it. When you go in there to view your members, it exports it in a spreadsheet.
Right.
And it's just, copy paste.
I love you guys both, but I'm going to have to get down because I have to wake up at 6:30. And I am not a morning person. I am a night person. So, but thanks for having me on, Gil. And
thank you for coming up very much.
Later. Bye, Joe.
Bye.
Bye, everybody out there in cyberspace.
Right.
Bye.
And let's see. And Mary Beth is heading out as well. Gary, I'm not a person.
I love when Gary sings. I love when Gary sings. It absolutely puts a smile on my face. It's the passion. It's there, Love when he goes and puts himself out like that.
Yeah. Gary says it's early yet. There we go. Yeah. So, guys, anybody else wants to come up? The link's at the top of the chat there. But yeah, there's just I'm looking at things and I'm looking back at history.
Right.
The number of times that Israel's been involved with a conflict, what has happened here? And I'm thinking, I can't remember anything happening really. I had to go back and look it up. No, nothing happened then. No, nothing happened then. No, nothing happened then. The only thing that's going to happen now is because of greedy people saying, "Oh, we made a bunch off of the Red Dragon in 2020. Let's do it again."
Right. I think they're going all the way in. They are already in. They're bombing it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I feel sorry for those hostages they took. I think wasn't there like several United States citizens that are hostage?
Like I said, I don't know about that. I know there was an Israeli general, a couple captains, a major, and a bunch of infantrymen that were taken. But the Israeli policy is they're gone. They're dead. We consider them dead.
I follow a lot of stuff on Twitter. You get a lot of news things. I follow a lot of news in other countries and stuff. And some of the pictures there, what's happening, it really is insane.
So Kalen's an illegal alien that snuck in from the planet Andor.
Well, the illegal alien is going to win a lottery. That's what, 1.5 billion. They don't have to look at me. I got money. You have money, you're free.
Okay, here we go. 9 U.S. citizens killed at last check.
Okay, so there we go.
And Shadow says he believes there were 4 Americans that were hostage.
Okay. So the town next to me is Lakewood, and it's 90% Jewish, of all kinds of Jewish faith, the town next to me. And so the morning and stuff in that town today, just passing through, it was pretty, you could just feel the tension, because they're all on outlooks for somebody to attack that town right now. When we have those illegal borders, it's insane what's coming on in.
Yeah.
Don't think you hear it's like a tick tock, nothing happens. Okay, next day starts. Scary times, Gil.
Scary times. I mean, and it's just, when I was living in California, and that's one thing my wife has her on edge all the time, and my boys too, is that it's sort of like, come on up here to Northern California. We'll provide you with free food, free housing, free this. Everybody else up here loves you. They'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Newsom.
Exactly. It's not what the United States was made for. You came here, you worked hard. My grandmother's sisters made minimum wage into the mid 80s. Doing Dunkin', they were not Dunkin' Donuts. I forgot. There was some kind of big, large company, but it was minimum wage. People were happy. You brought home a paycheck, you know?
Yeah. But you weren't paying $1,000 for a new Apple iPhone every 9 months or whatever.
Fact.
I mean, that's what gets me is people crying poor. Oh, which edition of the iPhone do you have? Oh, I got the newest one. And how much that set you back? Yeah. Oh, but it's worth it. At the time, I whip out my flip phone. Gee, I got this for free when I signed up, 6 years ago, and it still works.
I get it. It costs that. You look at cable, I know we're finally shutting off cable soon. Thank God. Well, we actually have DirecTV because you don't need it. Just put on YouTube. You're good. You got everything you want here.
What's interesting is, right. So my main monitor here is a Dell monitor to go with my Dell laptop, and I want to get a second monitor here because I had a couple of those small Dell monitors, like I got the small one over here, but I got a Hisense TV over here. Well, the Hisense TV came with Roku on it free. And then Bob pointed out it also has Tubi on there for free. So I got all sorts of movies between my Amazon Prime and Tubi and Roku. I can't watch all the movies I get for free.
Right, exactly.
And if I wanted to, I can bring up the news for free. Why would I want to do that? I don't know.
That's why I like looking to follow on Twitter. You get everything. You get it all.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch 2 hours to see what happened. You just turn it on for a 15-second snap and you're good. You got your news. But Gilly's hot sauces I got, I'm looking at them like, oh my God. This one's called Peach Super Hot Blend Sauce. So that's like your bonnets. And that heat index is a 5. Let me see what's in it. Hold on. I don't know if you can read any of that. Oh, it's egg curry.
Okay. Yeah, I can make it out. Okay, there we go. And on my TV, I could probably on my big one. Okay, up, a little up. All right there. Ingredients: peach, super hot, something distilled vinegar, xanthan gum.
That's it.
Oh,
so these are your bonnets, all your super hot yellows. If it's a 5-star, like it says, or 5 bonnets or above, that is going to be freaking hot. I mean,
okay, Suburban, have your 3-hour nightly nap. Yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours here. So tonight's topic was changed. Basically, last night I thought about it, and this morning I changed it when I was setting it up. But let's see what we got coming up here. Okay, so tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping, we're talking waterborne bacteria in emergencies. And what's interesting is down in Louisiana, they're getting salt into the aquifer that they're pumping their water from. The underground aquifers, there's saltwater intrusion from the high tides and stuff.
Wow.
And so New Orleans is really taking it hard. Several other cities near the coast are taking it hard. And I suspect it's going into other states as well, like Texas and over towards Florida a little bit. But if they're getting salt water from the ocean into the drinking water, there's bacteria in the ocean that's coming along with it. Mm-hmm. New bacteria that they're not used to.
Yeah, that's what's, what? Nobody really cared about the ocean forever. There's nuclear bombs in there. There's this and that in there.
Okay, yeah. Gray Man is a different channel. Hang on a second here. This is the link to the other one here. And Gray Man is where most of my prepping stuff is at. And so just so those that don't know about it. So that's the Gray Man Prepping main page. And those are, like the Your Prep for Today videos, Prepping for Beginners, Prepping in Private series, stuff, that I used to teach at preparedness fairs and at seminars as a guest instructor. I'm putting it out here for free. Oh, you're getting what I used to get paid big bucks for? Yeah, you're getting it for free. Yeah, see, all right. It's Gray Man with an A, the American way of spelling, not Gray Man with an E, the European way of spelling it.
And Shadow, yes, I have tried that. That it's not as bulky as it's a little more liquidy. That hot sauce. I like more of your mash of mangoes and peaches and the sweetness, and then you get the heat on top of that. That's just the way I like my hot sauces. We are all different, but that's hot. That's hot stuff.
Yeah.
So what's going on tomorrow, Go?
Tomorrow, so tomorrow's is talk about the water, water bacteria tomorrow.
Okay.
Thursday night, starting at midnight Eastern or 11:55, is the Midnight Ride, going to be open chat similar to this, but over on Gray Man Prepping. Friday, back here, is Winter is Coming. Are you ready for it? Is your garden ready? We're going to talk about garden and homesteading animals and the whole thing about getting them ready for winter. Saturday on Gray Man Prepping for Survival Saturday, prepping winter supplies, and don't forget your vitamins too. And then next Monday here, on the Monday Night Fireside chat is animal feed. Can you make it? Start out with chicken feed, rabbit feed, talk about different things of a way to get inexpensive feed for your animals for the winter. And then we'll start out with a whole bunch more. I'll go over as we move forward. I'll start announcing the other stuff as we go, because sometimes, like I said, tonight's changed at the last minute because I felt that the Israeli thing would have been more important, and got some more information from around the country about gas prices and other things. And
now, Gil, what kind of vitamins do you take? Do you take like a 1-day vitamin that has all the vitamins in it? What kind of vitamins do you take?
I take a large variety of different ones.
Okay.
At different times during the day.
Okay.
Because if I take it all at once, about 2 hours later when I go to pee, you want to talk about bright yellow and it smells like vitamins.
Yeah, I understand that totally.
Yeah. And so like I start out, I've gone through, I'm taking for my multivitamin basic starter is the Costco one because it does not have maltodextrin in it. It's one of the few that don't. I take a zinc. I take vitamin C, vitamin E, the fish oil.
Right.
Actually, I'm taking salmon oil. But I was talking with Dr. Paula, and she said to look for the higher numbers of some of the stuff on it. Check around for some of the other ones. Exactly. You're checked off. It's, flushing it away. And it's like, so, hey, Don, WD Glock and Roll is in the house.
Jersey man.
And so I've taken, I've stopped taking vitamin D. Okay. Do I know why? Most of the vitamin D's you get are soybean oil, which is bad for us men. And it's just a little itty bitty tablet. And the alternative is to get olive oil in a little tablet. Wait a minute, that much olive oil? I use more than that olive oil in my salad dressing. So I get in my salad dressing, for dinner. I do take a from Dr. Berg's stuff online, a the vitamin K, and I forget the other one. It's a combination one. It's powdered in a gelatin capsule, so it doesn't have a lot of fillers in it. And I'm taking cinnamon that Wayne at Ungrateful Peasant recommended, and it's actually makes me feel pretty good. And a green tea extract powdered, and magnesium citrate, calcium lactate. All these are in powdered form, not in caps, not in the hard pills.
It goes through your body a lot better if it's not
yes,
in hard form.
Yes, and so I got them. So I take, when I first get up, I take five different little ones, and then I take some right after lunch. After I eat, I take the bulk of them, and I take some at dinner time as well. And my glucosamine for my joints.
That's important.
For my joints, my knees. Yeah, and that's supposed to be taken twice a day. So I take that morning and dinner time. And I found out that what I was taking was loaded with maltodextrin, which is very bad for you. Even WebMD says it's bad for you. If WebMD is saying this is bad for you, don't take it, stop taking it.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many vitamins too. If we take multiple vitamins, you're taking too much of a vitamin. You're doing more harm to your body. Thing
is, though, on most of these, that limit, a lot of doctors and the researchers are saying, wait a minute, that limit is not exactly accurate because your body naturally just pees it out. So you need to, instead of taking it once a day, you take stuff that's broken down and meant to be taken 2 or 3 times a day. Like my calcium citrate, it's supposed to be taken 3 times a day. So I take it first thing in the morning, take it at lunch, and I take it at dinner. And there's different things like that just helps out. And when I removed all the maltodextrin from my vitamins and stuff, I just felt a lot better. Because maltodextrin is ultra refined wheat, or ultra refined rice, or ultra refined corn. That ultra refined is plain old bad for you. Mm-hmm. Because it's so refined, your body doesn't get broken down properly. It just breaks straight into the blood vessels and into the bloodstream and stuff. And it's basically like dumping sand into your blood. It's not good for you.
All right.
So I mean, there's a bunch. I got a bunch. I got the big pill box, and I have, morning, night, and I have another pill box where I just put like the 4 or 5 of them in for the morning. But it's so long as I'm taking it properly and having stuff broken up, where I'm not peeing all my vitamins out, giving my body a chance to assimilate it, it's great. I was just on her live stream yesterday. Dr. Paula was talking about she has her vitamin C in a powder form. She mixes it. It's unsweetened. She puts it in a water bottle, adds a tablespoon or 2 of apple cider vinegar to it, fills it up with water, shakes it up, drinks a little bit of it, gets halfway down, she adds more water to it. And it just, so she gets her heavy dose in the morning and trickles off throughout the day of vitamin C all day long.
It's a good idea. I got to start following her channel. I see her. I think she was on Howie's channel.
Yes, Howie's chat. I've seen her before. She's been in Courtney's chat, and I've picked her up from someplace else. I was watching some of her videos and stuff, and then when she was in Howie's and stuff, and really carrying a conversation with Howie, it's like, okay, I checked her out, and so.
She was talking about calcium citrate. That's what she was talking with Howie's channel.
Yeah.
And you know what? You also got to stay. You take all those vitamins. You got to keep on drinking that water. Guess like Gare, he says, I tried multivitamins for men, but was constipated for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just
And
think
that's
here,
what some of those are too. Yeah, you almost like to take some of those multivitamins, break them in half. Those tablets, break them in half. Take one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
well, at least Garrett didn't take the multivitamin for women and tried that. That would have been bad, Garrett.
Gear, are you taking the one that has the hormones in it too? Yeah. So yeah, there's I'm following several of these doctors, and when they all agree on one particular thing, it's like, okay, good. They've all come to agreement that this particular one is better than this one because the calcium this or the magnesium that is better absorbed into the system. It's like, okay, and I think just about all of them agree. I don't think I found one that doesn't agree on cut maltodextrin out of your diet and check what it's. I mean, there's a lot of food it's used as filler in. Oh, one of the ones this little the Walmart version of the Crystal Light, water flavors. Guess what the number one ingredient in the Great Value water flavor is? The number one ingredient, maltodextrin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, no.
The stuff we put in all our foods, and everything, our whole system is terrible. It really is.
But right now I got lettuce coming in, I got rainbow chard coming in.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be on more salads till it freeze. And actually, the one tote, IBC short tote that I had strawberries in that got sprayed by that goofball when he flew by, he didn't close his tank off and he killed all of the neighbors' trees.
Oh no!
And half of mine I've got rainbow chard in it, and I got Grand Rapids lettuce in it. So that's going to be going here in another week or two into the shop, so it can't freeze. So I will have lettuce and rainbow chard all winter long.
Is that the staff sergeant's favorite vegetable? Is the chard?
That she prefers the rainbow chard over Swiss chard, but she has both. She has like two Swiss chard plants and about 7 or 8 rainbow chard.
And how do you guys eat it?
Cook it like spinach.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I just didn't know if he did anything else different.
She has frozen a bunch. She's experimented in using it with she'll take the zucchini and she will grate the zucchini and freeze it, and then when she thaws it out, it turns kind of mush type stuff, and she'll use it in other things like spaghetti sauces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, she'll do the same with the chard. She'll toss a handful of it into the spaghetti, chop it, run it through the Cuisinart, and put it in the spaghetti sauce. So
it's the best way to add your vegetables to your food is mix them in sauces, all kind of combinations. It's the best.
Yeah. Kaylin, the problem is trying to find, actually, I got the video. I just got to isolate it and the date, and then try to find out who the guy was. But thing is, though, there were other ones flying by the next day that were, and there was a helicopter flying by spraying as well. I'm sure it's the one I got the video of, but it could have been any of the others as well that were spraying stuff, because this guy's path was right over everything that was dead. So, but even out here in the country, we got idiots that that hurt you trying to eat when you're trying to eat healthy.
Gil, where did you get all those water containers from? The ones that you use for like beds?
The IBC totes.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Okay, up the street from me in Shelley, 4.5 miles away, is the Mercantile Distillery.
Oh.
And they get 193 proof potato alcohol in it. And then here, it gets shipped in on a truck. And then here they will cut it into 70 proof vodka, or they'll do other stuff with it. And these last containers I got, which I'm going to use for collecting rainwater for the garden, had hard lemonade in them. So they mixed up the lemonade syrup and stuff, and then added it to the 193 proof alcohol, shipped it off to over by Boise, and there they took that and diluted it down to the proper alcohol percentage for the hard lemonade. Now, which brand, whether it's Mike's Hard Lemonade or somebody else's, I don't know. But it was, and then they shipped the containers back here with some of the mix in it as well, and they bottled it here as well. So once they're done doing their shipping back and forth, they can't use it again. They can only do so much with it, and then they got to get rid of them. And so $60 a pop.
Boom.
I got a 275-gallon container, but if I catch the ones that have just had the alcohol only in them, nothing else, those are sweet for water storage. Because hey, it's sterilized.
Yeah, totally sterilized.
Yeah,
I've been looking at a couple places that are like $150, $300 on Craigslist and stuff around here. And I was like, man, that'd be a great place to store water in each row. Make your own path for, to water your vegetables would be perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing. So I got 7 this last time. I was only going to get 5. He had 7. I said, crap, I'll take them all. And so I have the big gutter on the shop on the one side, and that'll fill 2 of them up. No problem. I'll keep 2 of them full, no problem. During this year, if I had it on there, I could probably fill 4 of them and still water the garden. And then there's the 80-foot long gutter on the north side of the house goes down to 1, and I'll have 2 or 3 over there. And then now that I got this new metal roof over the patio,
right,
next spring I'm going to put gutter on it and collect the water off of that too. Now the water off the 2 metal roofs are going to be the best water. The water off the house, because asphalt shingles break down over time, you're always getting crap in it and stuff. Whereas that'll work good for watering the trees and some of the other areas where the flowers and bulbs and stuff are that we're not eating, where they need a more neutral pH water.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
that's going to look awesome. It's so handy. It's perfect. It's exactly what you need to do today.
Yeah. And what's neat is this last batch, I get 2 different type fittings on there. One is a forgot the name of it now. Basically, it's a coarse thread, 2-inch coarse thread that's a lot coarser than any water pipe thread at all. I have to have a special adapter that goes on there with that to attach it to my system. These 7 were all 2-inch water pipe thread. So I just grab a piece of a 2-inch PVC slip by thread, screw the thread on there, and I can just plumb everything in together.
Perfect.
And so that works really great on that.
I'm trying to find some cheap ways to make my beds. Instead of just putting it in the ground, I want to make it a lot neater out there in my garden.
Well,
so I'm trying to find the cheapest way to go.
You saw what I did. You saw the part of the video where I showed the tall ones?
Right. Yeah, I did.
On the retaining wall.
Uh-huh.
Those. My wife was out there. Why'd you make them so tall? Until she walked down there. Okay, the Swiss chard here, the rainbow chard there, carrots here. She, strawberry. She goes, you're getting lazy. You're not bending over. I go, do you want to spend all your time on your knees? She goes, nope.
Perfect.
And so what's easy on those is, I don't even have to cut the metal. I can take a jigsaw. I use my scrolls, my circular, my little, my trimming circular saw. Did most of the cuts, then use my reciprocating saw to get around the other parts. But you can just cut around. You leave the all the crossbars and everything in place, and you just fill it up with your soil. And on a bunch of them, the tall ones, the bottom 8 inches or so is hugelkultur. It's limbs I cut off the tree, going from big and small, and some straw tossed in there, and I tossed in a bunch of rotting vegetables and stuff too, and then started piling in the soil and the dirt and the cow poo, and just started making my layers coming up. And I filled some of them all the way to the top, to the tippy top. And in 2 months, they've dropped down 6 inches.
Yep.
So as the water works the soil, the soil around down amongst the, so I tried flooding it when I was doing it, and I got a lot of it to go down around the limbs and stuff. But it's also compressing, as soil naturally will a little bit, and so it will. It'll probably go down over the winter time here another couple inches, and then I'll add some more compost to the top of it, and it'll probably go down a little bit more next year.
It should go down about 3 inches every year.
Yeah. And then after about 4 years, it should stop. Well, it should stop and be just limited to whatever the plants are pulling out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that'll be, when that's totally functioning and going, we should be, getting a lot of stuff, food and stuff. It's going to be canning. It's going to be the next big thing. But now that we have natural gas, and I had made them when they plumbed for the kitchen and for the hot water heater, I made sure they ran 3/4 inch to those locations. Well, I can just put on a T there, run a 3/4 inch line out through the wall, put a valve outside. I can put a cook stove by the one, and the other one's going to the shop. So we can have an outdoor cook stove underneath that brand new cover.
That's going to be awesome.
And where we can do canning and cooking and everything else outside. Yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to. Because when my wife was there, like, okay, but we need to do this. Already done. See what? I got it plumbed. When they plumbed it up, they ran 3/4 inch, so I can run it right on out there. And so when you decide on what type of we're going to set up, we're going to do out there, we can run it out.
That's well thought up. That's well.
Yeah. So the thing is, I found some pressure adapters for those Camp Chef 2 and 3 burner barbecue, propane outdoor stoves tops.
Those are the best. They are the
big
best.
monster ones. I found a place where you get a different regulator on it instead of using it for the propane.
Right.
It's for hooking up to natural gas.
Natural gas, yeah.
Because in California, a lot of people were putting natural gas out in the patios for a while. Till Newsom said, "Oh, natural gas is bad for you guys to have it. We need to have it to make electricity." That's a whole nother rant.
Those Camp Chef ovens are the best. We use it for tailgating when we go tailgating. So we tailgate for about sometimes 50 to 70 people. Well, when I was going to the games. Yeah. And so I use those freaking things. Always a great start. Easy cleanup. Always easy to put in your car,
I got the bigger ones I got the Expedition 3.
Yeah.
With the legs on it, but it comes with a 2-burner griddle. So I got the 2-burner griddle on there, which is a little bit messy. Mm-hmm. But it depends what you're cooking on it too. But if you're just doing cooking for canning and stuff, you got 3 burners going, and it'll be great for it. We actually used it this summer. My wife used my mom's Presto out there on it, pressure cooker, canner cooker. She did pressure cooking in it. And it was like, she goes, yep, okay. We can cook outdoors here. Good. I go, wait till I get the roof put out here.
It's great for making tomato sauce, out there too. We also have the pizza top attachment, pizza oven. So we use that all the time on that stove. Oh, it's great. It burns great. It gets up to 700 degrees in there with all that heat from that Camp Chef stove. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Can't ask for anything better.
Yeah, we had the 2-burner with the barbecue griddle attachment. Basically, you set it on there for the barbecue grill. Open the top and do stuff on it, and we grilled on that for years till the meat juices are acidic and stuff, and they start breaking down the metal. So I got some thick steel, and I rebuilt the base, and then I put some expanded metal in it and a bunch of lava rock in there. And then I put the grill on top of that, so it diffuses the heat around. And once I get it hot, I can turn it down because all the rock just stays hot. Right. And keeps all the heat, and it just cooks great. But I went a little overboard on it. I was bored that weekend, and I just got the welder out and started doing stuff, but it works really good. Well, we're over time here. I know it's after midnight for you, Joe.
Yep. I'm wake up in 5 hours. Let's go.
So I already told everybody what's coming up here. If anybody has any suggestions for topics, either for Camppatton Family Compound or over on Gray Man Prepping, and let me pop it up here. Send me an email here at Camppatton Family Compound. And there's 2 P's in Camppatton and 2 T's. And for those that don't know the story, that was my wife got an email, Camppatton. Her last name, she was in the military, staff sergeant. When we got married, at that time, it was a literal act of God to change your name in the military.
Wow.
I said, don't worry about it. And so she kept her last name Campbell. And our boys were starting Scouts. And so she created an email for Scouts. Camppatton. Campbell Patton. Camppatton.
Oh, how about that?
So that's what Camppatton came from, is from when our boys started Cub Scouts.
Love it. I never knew that, Gil. That's good.
And Family Compound comes from the property my parents bought in 1960. It was an acre and a quarter there in Martinez. And all the cousins would come over there because our grandmother moved in with us 2 years after we bought the place. And so we'd do Christmas over there. All the cousins and everybody would come over there. And then when my sister got old enough, she bought a travel trailer, put it up and back. And there were, I think at one time there were 3 travel trailers for all the cousins that were getting married. Oh, wow. And it was a family compound. The funniest thing about it was I used to tease them all. Someone getting married, I go, are you sure you want to come stay in one of the trailers? Once people moved out, they left the trailers there for the next person to use as a newlywed. I said, every person that stayed in any one of these trailers, in 3 months, they've come up pregnant. There's something in the well water.
Oh, Idaho Garden Girls here. I didn't see you. Hello.
Yeah, he's been here. Kaylin says, go to bed, Joe.
Okay, Gil. Time for me to go to bed. Kaylin's telling me to go to bed. I got to listen to Kaylin.
Yeah. All right, everybody. See you hopefully tomorrow night over on Gray Man Prepping, 10 o'clock Eastern.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
And let's see if this is going to, it's acting up.